Hi, I'm Christina Ward, Christina and Company, Keller Williams Realty. And you may have told us that you're interested in Boise or the surrounding areas, but you're just a little bit confused about what the areas have to offer and where you should move. You've been looking on all of the apps and wondering, is this beautiful house located in a great area of town or your ideal area? And that's hard to say because it's your ideal area. We want to hear about your neighborhood you live in now. When you're moving from out of state to here, we want to learn about what you desire around the house you live in, where you'll be working, and we can help guide you to making your best decision. But for now, here's just an overview of the Boise, Idaho, and surrounding areas for you. So let me just share my screen. Okay, so you and our team member are going to be talking about areas of town. You might say you want to live in Boise, Meridian, Star or Eagle, Middleton, Nampa, Caldwell, or you might just not know it all. Let's just talk about these different areas. So here is Boise Downtown. Let me show you a picture really quick so you can get a better feel of this. So here's the view from the Boise Bench overlooking north towards the Boise foothills. So I moved here from California 20 years ago and I was confused which direction was what. So when you're looking at the Boise foothills, most of the time you're looking north, and that might help you, or the Boise Capitol right here. We're looking at that main Capitol Road that goes, or 9th Street that goes north and south towards the Capitol building. And then over here on the east, this is the start of Boise State University. And over here on the west is you go towards Meridian or Eagle. There's a couple main streets that get you everywhere here in Boise. So there's behind the buildings is State Street. State Street could be your road that gets you from Eagle to Boise if you're going to be working in Boise. And then there's also the connector that kind of moves in this way. So let me just show you a map really quick. So one flaw we have to our area is that we only have one freeway. So if you're coming from a larger city, you might be used to 15 miles being very quick to get from point A to point B because you have mostly freeway systems. So be careful if you're looking at Eagle, for example, and your work's going to be in Boise right here. That's going to be a long drive because you only have roads to drive on. There's no freeways to get from Eagle to Boise unless you go all the way down Eagle Road, which is the highest traffic road in the state. Get on the freeway right here that runs east and west and get on the connector that takes you into downtown. So instead, like say you work in downtown Boise, live in Meridian, but just close to the freeway, that's going to be a much easier commute because you just hop on the freeway, get to the connector, go to downtown Boise. And then Nampa, Caldwell, a lot of people ask about commute to Boise from Nampa, Caldwell. It's a much more affordable area of town and both have their own downtowns. They both have their own university. So we have Boise State University, NNU, Northwest Nazarene University, and College of Idaho in Caldwell. So all three of these cities have great, cute little downtowns and conveniences, but Boise definitely has the arts. It has fantastic restaurants. There's more museums and just more stuff going on in that bigger metropolitan area. So if you're driving from Nampa, Caldwell, depending on the time of day, it can take 30 minutes to an hour, I'd say, to do the commute yourself to make sure. On a Sunday afternoon, obviously, it'll probably take 30 minutes. On rush hour, it could take an hour, or who knows more if it gets worse. Our freeway system needs to be expanded, but in Idaho, we tend to expand a little later than maybe in a city, maybe in a state you're coming from. I don't know. So we've needed this freeway to be expanded for a long time, and finally, they're just finishing up a huge expansion project in Nampa, Caldwell area, which will make a big difference for our roads. So where did I go? Here. Okay. So when you're looking at Boise, the most expensive area in Boise is Northeast Boise, area 200. It's north of the river, east of downtown. If you know where St. Luke's is, which would be right about here in the edge of downtown Boise, just east of St. Luke's Hospital and up into the foothills, north of the river is Northeast. The second most expensive part of Boise is north, area 100. There's the Hyde Park in that area, which is the cutest little, if you don't end up living in Boise, go visit Hyde Park. It's just so cute. So it's just like a little neighborhood street that has restaurants, and there's also hiking trails and a great park nearby. And it's just adorable. It's a historic neighborhood. Same with East Boise. It has a lot of historic homes, so 100-year-old homes in both these neighborhoods. I think the reason why they're the most expensive is you have foothills access for hiking from your front door. And in East Boise, you have river access. So the green belt runs on both sides of our river, all the way from Lucky Peak Reservoir almost to Eagle. So if you're a runner, walker, or biker and you don't want to be interrupted by traffic, the green belt is an amazing resource for outdoor recreation. So let's see, Southeast Boise, area 300 is the third most expensive part of town. A lot of people like the Boise Bench because it's right in the center of the city. A lot of cool mid-century modern homes and easy access by car to almost anything. The freeway is right, or sorry, the airport is here, just right here. So super easy access if you live in Meridian, Nampa, or Boise to get to our freeway. Eagle, or get to our airport. Eagle is going to be a little bit harder. Northwest Boise is in between Eagle and downtown Boise, a little bit more affordable as well. Then there's Garden City. It's definitely a concrete jungle right now, a lot of industrial, a lot of, just like industrial plants that go up and down the Chinden Road, it's called. But there is river access in Garden City. So I notice a lot of new development and opportunities and kind of some cool vibes. There's like breweries, wineries, coffee shops. It's kind of like the Venice Beach of Idaho. It's just a cool kind of funky place. Another great feature of Boise is we have parks lining up the entire river. I mean, there are so many parks all named after famous rich women, which I think is so fun. And there's just more parks in the Boise and surrounding areas than any other area I've ever seen. And these parks are large and they're right up against the Boise River. There's several of them, so definitely check out our parks when you come visit. If you'd like to live in a newer construction area or a less expensive area, I'd really recommend looking at Meridian, Nampa, Caldwell. And they get cheaper as you go further down the freeway, right? Meridian's one of the fastest growing cities in the country. It has a lot of planned developments, which means there's subdivisions with pools and community centers and parks, lots of parks in Meridian as well. There's the beautiful Village in Meridian, which is a newer construction high-end shopping center. It looks very similar to a lot of the high-end shopping centers in California and was built by Californians. And that's new to Meridian and it's definitely an awesome destination. Eagle is what our Californians and Washingtonians love. It reminds people of the city they used to live in. So there's larger properties in Eagle. There's big, beautiful trees. There's a cute little downtown area and pretty good schools. Boise schools, by the way, are ranked in the top in the country. And so Eagle is just really desirable for a lot of folks moving from California. The average price in Eagle is actually even higher than the average price in Northeast Boise. But if you compared $1 million home in Eagle to $1 million home in Northeast Boise, you're going to get a bigger lot and a bigger, newer home in Eagle. I think the folks that live in Northeast Boise love the historic and love the location of being minutes from the downtown or the foothills. And then there's Star, which is another fastest growing city in our state, very up and coming and getting some new conveniences. When I moved to Boise, Star only had a four-way stop. And now there's a couple stop lights and it's become this, it was a little teeny town and now it's becoming a really desirable town. A lot of new construction, a lot of development in Star. Same with Middleton, Nampa, Caldwell we've talked about, and there's Kuna. So Kuna is in between south of Meridian on your way to Nampa, and also used to be a big farming town, still is, but has a cute downtown with a couple great restaurants and a lot of planned subdivisions and new construction, and it's also more affordable. So gosh, I just threw up a lot of information on you, and it's not all the information, but hopefully this is a good start for you. We're here for you to answer your specific questions about our areas dependent on your needs. And I'm grateful you watched today, and let me know what you learned or let me know what questions you have.